Hey, my dear family, friends, trusted past clients, new clients, current clients. I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible. This is step 2 in the home buying process. And this is called Who is Your Agent and the Exclusive Right to Represent Agreement. The reason why I'm saying I'm gonna try to make it quick, I don't know why my videos, I said it before, my videos in English are much shorter than Spanish. So, who's your agent? So when you meet your agent for the first time in a buyer's consultation, or it can be a seller's consultation, but right now we're only focusing in the buying process, your agent is going to present you with 2 pieces of documents. This one here has a little map of the state of New York. We actually must present this document to every single one of our clients because this document is a disclosure. It's called the New York State Disclosure Form for buyer and seller. This document outlines the different types of agencies that exist in a real estate transaction, and I am going to briefly go through it. If you're interested in learning more, send me a text at 718-885. I will take a picture of this and I'll text it to you so you can read it, and I can also send you a link from DOS, Department of State, so you can download the form. I don't think I have to say this in English, but I'm gonna say it. All these forms are only available in English. So if English is your first language, obviously you don't need to worry about that. But if you speak any other language, sadly the forms are only provided in English as of right now. So we're gonna go through this. So seller's agent. The seller's agent is the individual, the agent that the homeowner of a home has hired to represent his best interest throughout the transaction. That seller's agent has the responsibility to protect the best interest of his client or her client, and it is indicated that it must treat their client with care and protect the client's oh my goodness, I'm having a senior moment, privacy. And there's also something, a beautiful word that I love to use, which is called fiduciary duty. When you are a seller's agent, even when you are in a dual agent situation, your fiduciary duty, all your duty is to protect the seller, which is the individual that hired you and has a contract with you. So be very informed, because the reason why I like to emphasize this is because a lot of you guys buyers, for some reason, you guys have in your mind that if you guys are dealing directly with the seller's agent, you guys are gonna score a much better deal, and it's actually completely the opposite. Dealing directly with the seller, you can deal directly with the seller's agent as long as you understand your rights and the agent's rights and the agent's responsibilities. You're free to do business with whomever you want. However, you must understand that when you're dealing directly with the seller's agent, their loyalty and their fiduciary duty belongs and goes to the seller, who's the person that hired that agent. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of water. My throat is getting a little bit dry. Then there's the buyer's agent, and if you're watching this video and you're looking to buy a property, that will be me. You're gonna hire me. The buyer's agent does the same thing, but for the buyer. It protects the best interest of the buyer, negotiates on behalf of the buyer, negotiates all the terms of the buyer. I am the person that is gonna hold your hand from beginning to end, till the day you close, till the day you invite me for the housewarming party, the barbecue, whatever the case might be. I'm gonna be your everlasting, trusted real estate agent for you, your family, and friends, right? Right, good. So, when you have a buyer's agent, I am gonna be negotiating with the seller's agent to get to the best possible terms. There is a seller that is anxious to sell, and there is a buyer that is anxious to buy. But we all need to get to a happy medium where everybody is happy and comfortable with the entire transaction and the terms of the transaction. Then we have the dual agent. The dual agent is that agent that is representing the seller. Let's say I have this house for sale, and you are a buyer and you want to buy this house. As long as you know that I cannot disclose any particulars of my client's life or any particulars that my client already told me not to disclose, as long as you're okay, then we're okay. And we're not talking about property condition, because you, a smart buyer, you're gonna do your home inspection. And I, trusted agent, will make sure to be there. Not make sure, I will be there for your home inspection. And if I am representing the seller, trust me, I will never hide any particulars of the house, because at the end of the day, this business has to be sustainable. So if I'm selling a property and I am not disclosing any specific potential issues or existing issues with the home right now, right this second, I'm pretty sure you will never refer me to anybody else in your life. And there's some penalties when agents have tried to hide certain things in a property. So we're talking about the personal life and the best interest of the seller. We are not talking about the property as per se. So the seller's agent is going to protect the seller's interest, and the buyer's agent is going to protect the seller's interest. And then the two agents are going to talk. So you as a buyer, you don't talk to the seller's agent. I do all the talking for you, all the negotiations. I always tell my clients, when you hire our team, we take all the ibuprofen for you. We are going to face all the obstacles before they come to you. So we're going to be the Golfy. We're going to be waterproofing the transaction to make sure that there's transparency and clarity. And if there is a problem in the horizon, we are the frontliners that will know about the problem. And before you even know about the problem, my team and I will have the solutions already lined up for you. When I used to work in corporate America, I couldn't stand when people came with problems and no solutions. If we're gonna talk about a problem, it's because we already have a plan in place so we can effectively resolve it, okay? We have also the broker's agent in this form. As you guys know, my wonderful and trusted broker Jamal Hadi has 2 offices. All the agents under him are the agents, the broker's agents. So I am a broker within his company, and I also run a team within his company as well. Then last one is the dual agent with designated sales agent. That specific agent, that will be myself, and another agent in my office has a listing, a property for sale that you happen to like. That agent and we're going to negotiate the deals just like in any other transaction, but the level of confidentiality is always protected because we're both working for the same broker, that is the same father and a sister and a brother. So at the end of the day, we still need to remember the word fiduciary duty. We owe our fiduciary duty to our clients, and we cannot share commingle information about each other, even in this type of relationship. And in all types of relationship, we always make sure, even when we're representing a buyer with another agent, and this is why we always like to sit down with our clients before we start the process, because we want to make sure that when we're speaking about our clients, we're edifying our clients at all times. And obviously there's things, particulars in everyone's personal life that nobody needs to know. and we just want to make sure that that is always protected. I had situations when sellers have gone and Googled the client and done all kinds of searches in regards to the client's personal life, and they have come to me to ask me if I knew this or that. I can either confirm or deny, because at the end of the day, I am not in the business of spying on my client's life. I am in the business of protecting the transaction that ultimately is going to change their lives. I'm gonna go through this document. This is the exclusive right to represent agreement. 90% of all our clients, they choose to hire us to represent them. On a co-op under $150,000, we charge a flat fee. For $150,000 or more, we charge 1%. That is the only time that we're gonna put a number in this document, because in the purchase of a co-op, you have no idea the amount of work that goes on, the application that needs to be filled out, the amount of copies that we have to make. We pretty much sacrifice an entire day of work putting a co-op board package together, and we also hand deliver it. So because of that, we charge extra, and that will be paid at closing. It's not a check to the Excelsior team. It's not a check from me. It's actually a check made out to our company, but that actually ensures that we're following all the guidelines that the board is requiring when presenting the application. It doesn't ensure that you're gonna pass the board. It doesn't ensure that you're gonna obtain a loan. It only ensures that we are providing all the information that the board wants us to provide in the most professional way. If you think you can do it, great. I have clients that they've done it on their own, but if you think you're not able to do it, then we'll do it for you. Plus, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is an all commission business. In a $150,000 co-op, we only make 2%. Out of that 2%, we share a percentage of that with our office, and then we also have office expenses as we are 1099 employees. So when you see that a realtor makes, oh my gosh, she got a $20,000 check, don't think that that check is coming straight to my bank account, because there's a lot of slashes that need to be made into that check. And at the end of that, it's only a portion of the number that comes to me. And out of that, I have to pay my favorite person in the whole entire planet, which is Uncle Sam, my favorite uncle. And that's your favorite too. So in the exclusive right to represent, it actually protects more the consumer than it protects the agent. We only get paid if we close. If we don't close, we never get paid. We are I think we're the only business that gets paid on results. There's no base salary, there's not a bonus, there's no incentive. We only get paid at closing, and we get paid out of the proceeds of the sale of the house. So it looks like you, the buyer,